Welcome back, Patriots. So again, no new Q. We need to cover just some daily, some daily headlines, right? That you might not have heard of, cause Mockingbird mainstream media ain't going to tell you. So let's dive right in. I don't know where to start first. Um, let's start with this one. Sorry, I got my cords all tangled up here. So we got this tweet from the Punisher. This guy gets it. Where is the bullshit pandemic? All I see is fear porn from the media. Period.
Sibley Hospital Center. No one's in there, obviously. Here we go. Where's all the sick people? Where's all the COVID patients? Where's all the COVID patients? Where are they? Where's the ICU? Huh? Where's everybody that's sick? We're in a pandemic. Look, it's empty, everybody. It's empty, everybody. It's empty. Security at the front door, like usual, in every hospital in Maryland, D.C., Virginia. Yeah, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Where's all the sick people? Where's all the sick people? Where's the medical pandemic? Where is it? Where's the medical pandemic? Where's all the COVID patients? Everything's closed. Where's everybody? Nobody's here. It's empty. Look at this. The whole hospital corridor is completely empty, everybody. It's empty. Empty. Get out of my face. Empty. It's empty. It's empty. Look at this. Look at this testing center, everybody. What is this bullshit? Air conditioner? Air conditioner. Look at this tent. Big old tent set up. Where is everybody? Medical pandemic, right? Medical pandemic. Security waiting for me. Everywhere I go, security's waiting for me. Huh? Where is everybody? Empty parking lot, empty hospital. This is Sibley Hospital. This is a giant hospital center. It's empty. No one is here. Look, everybody. Nobody is here. Nobody's here. It's fucking empty.
So there you go, right? But the Mockingbird media is still pushing. There's a bunch of new cases. They're not saying deaths, right? They're not saying deaths because the death rate has gone down. So now their excuse is there's new cases, but nobody's dying from it. Nobody. Nobody. And that was pretty awesome. I didn't watch it before I even showed it, so we watched it together. It was pretty cool. More stuff like this needs to be just put out there. Let's see if we got any cool responses. Oh yeah. I put out some. Well, I shared some tweets earlier. Who was it from? Shoot. Oh yeah, I can just go to my freaking. Follow me, like, and just subscribe to my channel for those who care. So yeah, I was at work all day and So here we got this one. If you are alarmed by recent events being forced to stay at home, wear a mask, food and toilet paper rations available, relying on government for income, no police if you need help. If you don't vote for Trump, it will become much worse. It's called the New World Order. And we could all just look at the Georgia Guidestones that pretty much depicts what their plan for the world was. These powerful elite cabal, whatever you want to call them. These 13 families that control these central banks all over the world. Mostly the Rothschilds. And then the Rockefellers as well. They're involved. You can look it all up. It's all there. It's open source information, folks. All right? If it is discovered that government and media officials knew that hydroxychloroquine was effective for treating COVID, but still lied about it to the public, they should be charged with murder. I concur. Because, I try to talk to normal people and be like, dude, don't you think it's ridiculous we have to wear these masks? Oh, but they're safe. They protect us from coronavirus. And I don't want to sit there and have an argument with them and be like, no, these masks do nothing. Do you know that, right? They haven't even done the science on it. They just said you have to wear it. And you just, oh, okay. People are more concerned with revealing Trump's taxes than exposing child sex trafficking. Let that sink in. What was just released in the Ghislaine Maxwell documents? Mr. Bill, I did not have sex with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. Clinton traveled to the island with two, and the media says, they just say underage girls. Those are childs. It's still considered a child. That's their way of kind of spinning it. Underage girls. Well, they're not 18. So they're considered still childs. A new poll released this weekend shows President Trump at 48% and Biden at 46%. I highly doubt that number is correct. He's probably like at 16 and Trump is at like 78. Excuse me. Trump is also leading in Iowa, Florida, Michigan, Minnesota, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Amazing. And then there's even talks that, dude, California is gonna go red, like hardcore. Because us in New York have to go red because we're the ones that are getting the most, these shutdown stuff implemented on us. I have to go to work and wear a stupid mask when I know it's useless, but I need to make a living, right? Can't just like quit my job. So that's frustrating for me. And it really does suck. It really does suck. It sucks. So I'm guessing she put this out. If you're voting for Trump in November, comment your state below. I'm sure she has a little team that's gonna. I want you to go through my whole thread and tally up all the states. I obviously put California. And then if you kind of hold on, let's click on it because I was going through it like on my lunch break, and there was a bunch of Californias. I don't. There might be new ones now, but Wisconsin, Portland, California, first time ever voting Republican. Way to go! Way to go! Way to wake up, right? Walk away. California, 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 California. Ooh, that's a new meme. I have to save that. Hold on. Oh, shit. This one's funny. I like it. New York, California, New York. See what I just mentioned? Oh, and then I guess you can throw Florida in there too as well, because Massachusetts, California, California, California. I gotta save this as well. Tennessee, California, California, California. I'm so proud of the people of California that are waking up. Ooh, Alberta. Alberta. I was like, wait, where is? Oh yeah, that's in Canada. California. California. Yeah, see, look. California, although my vote probably doesn't matter in this ridiculously blue state, right? Because they're going to try to, though. They want the voting in ballots, right? They can easily manipulate. California. So see, you see, California's going red fast because everyone's waking up to Hollywood. And then there's the protests. What was it? I think in Huntington Beach, where people were protesting the human trafficking, save the children, Pedalwood, all of it. People are waking up in droves. Like, what, 1 year ago, people were kind of like, but now it's like everybody. What was it? I saw a tweet. Oops, wrong screen. But yeah, this one has been trending. Save the Children. Ooh, I guess Trump 2020 is trending as well. Ooh, mega memes. Ooh, Digital Soldier. I'll have to save that later. Oh, okay, hold on. I have to search it. Actually, how do I go? Oh yeah, trending in the United States. Replace Ellen, right? Ellen DeGeneres. Alright, well, they're obviously. And that's a complete lie. It's been a proven fact.
The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. Because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. Nothing worth doing ever came easy. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. The future belongs to the people who follow their heart no matter what the critics say. We must always remember that we share one home and one glorious destiny. We all bleed the same red blood of patriots. We all salute the same great American flag. Our best days are yet to come.
Right. And then we got. Rarely has anybody deserved the death penalty more than the Boston bomber. Judge Hucard. I'm not going to even attempt to say that. The court agreed that this was one of the worst domestic terrorist attacks since 9/11 atrocities. Yet the appellate court tossed out the death sentence, so many lives lost and ruined. The federal government must again sink the death penalty in a do-over of that chapter of the original trial. Our country cannot let the appellate decision stand. Also, it is ridiculous that this process is taking so long, right? You did it. There's evidence. Firing squad. Done. when you see the drug companies taking massive television ads against me, forget what they say, which is false. You know that drug prices are coming down big. Favored nations clause means USA will pay the lowest price of any nation in the world. Never done before. Watch. There you go. How do you like that, Big Pharma? And then Donald, Trump retweeted this, and we have to take a look.
To basically accuse the sitting president of taking direct aim at black voting rights, when all the president really wants to do is make sure that there's integrity in the election. I thought that's what the Democrats wanted, was election integrity. And he said he wanted to go after the filibuster and nuke that too.
First of all, I'm utterly confused. I thought people weren't allowed to have funerals. And I thought there was a case brought to the Supreme Court where churches aren't allowed to have more than 10 people in one of these states, but casinos could have 50. And John Roberts and the liberals on the court said, no, we're not taking up that case. So there are funerals and then there are funerals, I guess. Look, Barack Obama is a pathological liar. They're trying to set the stage, if it's a close election in one or two battleground states, that it's systemic racism. They've been laying this foundation for months and months and months. No, every vote doesn't count. Every legal vote counts, and that's the point. And when you're asking somebody for ID, it's not a big deal, because somebody needed ID to get into that church and to attend that service. We need ID all over the country for 1,000 different reasons. And so what? You have to actually vote. Now, my problem is this. They're talking about, or the president even raised the possibility, well, maybe we have to put the vote off a little bit. He's trying to poke them in the eye and so forth. I have a legitimate question, I think. If Joe Biden is going to hide in the basement, and if it's good enough for him, then how the hell are we supposed to vote on Election Day? Shouldn't we all be hiding in the basement? And we all know that the mail-in vote won't work. There have been studies. CBS recently did something that showed it. We're going to rely on the post office? No. Whatever the Democrats want, it's because they're corrupt. They are tearing down and burning down every institutional aspect of this society, every check and balance of this society. And remember, they wanted to get rid of the Electoral College, too. So that's right. I would say this to Barack Obama. You're one of the great reasons in this country where there is a huge racial divide. And you could have been a great leader. You could have been a great leader of the American people of all races. But you couldn't put aside your community activism. I would just say this. You're a pathological liar. Let Joe Biden run his own race. You're not going to carry him across the finish line anyway.
That was good. Moving along here. A lot of people don't agree with the whole stimulus money, but see, I don't even want to get into this subject because it'll go way too long. I guess all I can say is, with the whole stimulus money, people are like, oh, that's just a way of, that's just socialism. No, if you want to find out about what he's doing exactly with all that, watch YouTube channel that's called X22 Report. And he does a financial video, and then he does a geopolitical video. Me, I'm just sharing news and Q drops. Like, I'm not that smart to even I mean, I guess if I researched it and just did the videos, I would be able to explain it. But at the moment, I can't say that I know better or anything. But yeah, watch just X22 Report. It'll be like your daily dose of news that you will watch every day. It's that good. I watch it every day. You know, sometimes I get the news I want to share from him because I can't be researching all day long. I don't know what he does. But I gotta go to work, so I can't be. And then it's hard to research like on my phone, and it's just like I have to wait. Like I have tomorrow off and then Tuesday off. Well, technically I have today off and then tomorrow. And I can literally wake up and just see what news comes out throughout the day, gather it, prep, and then this show will be a little more, you know, because when I do these things late night, I just kind of go through information and then I just record live. I can't live stream, but I can record live and just go through the information, wing it. That's why there's so many bloopers, and I'm like, oops, sorry, oh, wrong screen, oops. And I don't like to edit the videos, like cut it off, then restart, because then that's kind of annoying, because I have to re-encode every edit. It's just, it's a process. It's a process. And if you don't know how to do that type of stuff, then I mean, I'm lucky that Windows has a video editor already installed, and it's pretty simple to use, and I mainly just use that. I mean, I could use Photoshop. I mainly just use Photoshop for memeing, but I'm trying to get into the video, like, editing aspect of it, so I can make cooler videos, because I know my content's just kind of generic, but you know, I want to, I mean, yeah, and enough rambling.
We're working on it already, as you know, and we won't stop, and hopefully something very positive will come out in honor of your sister, okay, and your daughter. Well, you have our support, and we're working on it already, as you know.
Tech China. It pains me to say this, but Democrats have done something very, very smart. They launched this campaign in Silicon Valley for these tech giants to root out hate speech and misinformation, but the Democrats in D.C. agree with the Democrats in Silicon Valley that they hate speech and the misinformation, it only comes from conservatives. Hate speech is basically anything that offends a Democrat, and misinformation is anything a Democrat disagrees with. So these PC police types and the fact checkers of the mainstream media, they get on these platforms and they build these speech walls against conservative speech, and these walls keep closing in. The Democrats can talk about misinformation all day long, like the Russia hoax, and they don't pay a price. Donald Trump Jr. knows this well. He was just suspended from Twitter for sharing a video by a group of doctors about potential coronavirus treatments. Twitter claims he violated their rules. Joining me now, the president's son and executive VP at the Trump Organization and author of the book Liberal Privilege, which is available for pre-order, Donald Trump Jr. So, Don, explain to me this. So, a Yale epidemiologist, he says that the hydroxychloroquine could be effective in early stages of coronavirus. So if you retweet a doctor who agrees with the Yale guy, how is that misinformation? Isn't that just a second opinion?
Well, I think that's what's called science, right? Science, certain things aren't definitive. You argue back and forth, and I thought as an American that kind of discourse is what actually makes us American, to be able to have a dissenting opinion. Twitter, the great doctors at Twitter, of which I believe there are none, have decided that one doctor is more right than another group of doctors. I want to hear all sides, and that was what was interesting about my tweet, which is I didn't say, oh, everyone else was wrong, this is right. I just go, wow. Jesse, this is really interesting. This is so different than the narrative that they've been jamming down my throat for the last 3 months. We should probably hear that. That was enough to get me thrown off Twitter. Now, they didn't have a problem. Twitter did not have a problem with the Chinese government literally spreading coronavirus disinformation. There's an article in The Hill where they say, no, the Chinese government spreading coronavirus disinformation, which, by the way, probably cost millions of people their lives over the course of the world, right? That does not violate their rules. The Ayatollah Khomeini talking about death to Israel, and genocide, that doesn't violate their rules. Me saying, I don't know, maybe you should hear from a couple of doctors who have a disagreement on this that are actually treating patients in the field. My father retweeting a meme, that's enough to get us thrown off of these platforms, and that's the problem. Big tech is activist liberal. They are out there putting their hand, and it's a very powerful hand, more powerful probably than any hand in modern history, weighing the scales down in favor of the left. You notice you've not heard of a single leftist, no matter whether it's moderate left or some of the radical, crazy people you're seeing so much of these days on the left. You've never seen them thrown off the platform. You've never seen them suspended. You've never seen them demonetized.
Right.
You don't see, they don't have the same inboxing problems.
Well, Don,
like you
that's
do
because
with,
they all
Gmail
believe
and Google.
that you, Donald Trump Jr., are more dangerous than the Ayatollah and the communist Chinese. Everyone is scared of Donald Trump Jr. And you're right, because here's the deal.
I mean,
it's
I
about
take that
censorship.
as a little bit of a compliment.
Yeah, I know. You are that
I have
powerful.
that much power in my fingers.
You really are
impressive,
that big of a
Jesse.
threat with your fingers, and you don't have a finger on any nuclear buttons. It's just retweet and retweets.
I got nothing.
Yeah, and retweets are not endorsements. That's what they tell you. And this one, you can plot Antifa riots on Twitter. They don't do anything about that.
Yeah.
You can accuse the president of treason, the Russia collusion. That's misinformation. You can call someone a rapist, a white supremacist. That's not hate speech at all. It's all going one way. It's a blitzkrieg of regulation against conservative speech because they don't trust the American people to make up their own minds. Because if they're both sides out there and they can decide based on the facts, you'll always choose against the totalitarian
they will do
left.
whatever they can.
Yeah.
They will do whatever they can to push the voter to believe the radical left and to vote accordingly. That is their job in this. They've been doing it for a while. I mean, it's no secret. I've been on your show talking about, social media censorship, what they're doing. I said in the past that everything I've seen from 16 on has been a dry run for 2020. They're not even hiding it anymore. They're just doing it. Again, if literal disinformation, information put out by the Chinese government that places like the World Health Organization and others relied upon, that is not enough to get you thrown off of Twitter, deplatformed, or censured. But me being like, I don't know, maybe you should watch this. We like to believe in free speech. Let's hear what they have to say. That's a problem. That's what
I
we're
think
up
honestly,
against, Jesse.
I think the Republicans need to threaten to break up these monopolies if they're not treated fairly. All right, so you have Joe Biden out there. He's running for president. He's walking for president, whatever you want to call it. He's gone far left. I don't know where his brain has gone. It might just be gone. Here he is walking to the podium the other day. I don't know if he knows where he is. Listen.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Kingswood Community Center. Actually, that's the one down I used to work. As a joke. You didn't know where we were. Anyway, it's great to be here and back in a place where,
Where am I?
Jesse, what I want to know is when does this start being considered elder abuse? I mean, it's really not fair. I mean, honestly, it would be truly sad if it wasn't so scary that this guy could be in charge of the nuclear football. You see it every day. He doesn't remember where he is. He forgets who his wife is. He forgets what office he's running for. He gets in front of a crowd. And don't forget, Joe Biden's a 50-year swamp creature, right? If you've been a politician for 50 years, you should be able to get in front of a whopping crowd of 7 people and be able to do it without a teleprompter.
You're right.
He
should
can't
come
do
naturally.
that. His team pulls him off any interview because you see him start to go off the rails. And most notably was sort of during the debates. Notice how I don't think he ever completed a question without going, Well, I don't want to take up any more of your time, so I'll give my time so everyone else can speak. He's literally the first politician in the history of politics to not go over his time in a debate. And it's because he didn't remember where he was going. He spoke for 45 seconds, forgot the point he was trying to make, forgot the question, and now he's ceding back the time because he's this magnanimous guy. I mean, give me a break. It's not funny. I mean, we're laughing because
No, I
this
know
is the
we're
people
laughing
we
at
are,
it
right?
now, but it's
like,
scary.
I'm like,
and
this
it looks
guy
like he's
could be
going to
in
put
charge.
Kamala Harris on the ticket, which is even more of a scary idea. Not as scary as Donald Trump Jr., who everybody believes is
Obviously.
scarier than the Iranians and the Chinese communists. All right, check out his book. You can order it right now. Donald Trump Jr., there he is. Thanks.
There you go. Like, wow, what? Seriously? God, like, what is gonna happen? I don't know, folks. I don't have the answer, right? We just have to write it out, see how it goes. What else? I was forgetting. I'm forgetting something. Oh, okay. Alright, so this is gonna probably be like an hour long. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go over this thread because I guess this is like his 18th account, you know? Gosh, like, how can you be that? A lot of these Twitter people, dude, are a lot of the anons, dude. Sorry. My allergies, dude. Like, my eyes will just not stop watering, dude. Sorry. So that's inevitable. You know, E.T. And he posted this earlier. And this is a thread, right? So he pinned it. Cool. Updated. Act of 1871 is completed and unlocked. Here it is, all in one, so you don't have to scroll the thread. Make sure you read the whole thing very carefully and then retweet. Oh wow, I don't know how long this is gonna be. Hopefully it's not too long and I can kind of Right, I don't know why it's not showing the pictures. Okay, yeah, so this is super long. I'll make a separate video tomorrow on this because he obviously did his research, and I'll probably make another news video. But yeah, let's finish off this with some Gateway Pundit articles here. Federal government and Yale are holding clinical trials on how best to persuade Americans to take COVID-19 vaccines. Federal government and Yale are currently holding clinical trials on how best to persuade Americans into taking the Fauci-Gates COVID-19 vaccines. The study is published at the government website on clinical trials. The opinions they are studying include shame and anger techniques, other control message, other baseline message, other personal freedom message, other economic freedom message, other self-interest message, other community interest message, other economic benefit message, other guilt message, other embarrassment message, other anger message, other trust in science message, other not bravery message. What the heck? These people are insane, dude. The study tests different messages about vaccinated against COVID-19 once the vaccine becomes available. Participants are randomized to one of 12 arms with one control arm and one baseline arm. We will compare the reported willingness to get a COVID-19 vaccine at 3 to 6 months of it becoming available between the 10 intervention arms to the 2 control arms. Study participants are recruited online by Lucid, which matches census based on sampling in online recruitment. Yeah, no thank you. And then you got liberal California, right? Unhinged woman throws coffee on 2 men for not wearing masks. Boyfriend gets his ass beat bloody video. We're watching this.
We don't work for residents in this environment. It's all right.
What are you looking at me for? I didn't say shit to you. Get the fuck out
Oh
of
no,
my face.
don't get hit.
The heck?
We don't work for residents. It's environment. It's all right.
Looking at me for? I didn't say shit to you. Get the fuck out
Oh
of
no,
my face.
don't get hit. Oh gee, hey, Matt. Oh shit. That was dumb. Hey, guys, stop.
Okay?
You don't. Hey.
Fuck off me. Hey, stop. Get her off me. Get your girl off me. Get her off me.
Cameron, stop.
You shouldn't have thrown the drink in his face.
I don't give a fuck.
You do
You
now.
should not have
Look at
thrown the
your
drink.
boyfriend.
That was stupid. You shouldn't do that with somebody
Hey, you
that
might
likes.
have COVID now. You better go to the doctor.
You shouldn't have thrown the drink in his face. That was pretty stupid. I don't know where you got off on doing that.
I hope that someone saw that, and I would do it 10 times over, motherfucker.
Go ahead.
Fuck you.
I get to go home and laugh about it. You
Cool.
get to go home and cry.
I'm sure you get no fucking pussy in your whole life.
Oh,
you
you're
little
real
bitch.
angry.
What?
Yeah.
You're real angry.
You look angry. Look at
I'm smiling.
What you needed to do, you needed to learn to walk away.
What are you gonna do? Tell the cops you threw coffee at me?
Hello, 911. I've just been assaulted on Manhattan Beach Avenue. Two gentlemen.
Two gentlemen?
One gentleman and his accomplice.
You need to get your story straight. You know, your significant other here, your wife or girlfriend, she threw a drink in his face and assaulted him. That's hot. You know that, right?
I'm bleeding though. I'm like bleeding out of my face right now. So it's like that's I don't.
They don't pick the one that bleeds the most, you know?
Sorry, buddies. Dang. I mean, he even threw coffee on me. Jesus.
Dude, your girlfriend's gonna get you both arrested. You can't throw hot coffee at people.
You can't punch people in the face, my friend.
You threw the first punch out. Yes,
You
we
threw a
both
coffee at me.
I just
you
paid
threw
money for my
coffee at me.
coffee. You think I'm gonna throw it in
Hello,
your
man.
face?
Sorry,
for
I'm
no
on
reason?
Manhattan Avenue. Or,
You
what
did.
is it? Is this Highland
You
Avenue?
punched him in the face. I'm going to
Yeah,
grab
after you
coffee.
threw a coffee at me. You threw the coffee first, stupid.
This,
No.
Yeah, there's coffee all over him. There's coffee. What is wrong with these people? That's how brainwashed people really are. That's how strong the stupid idiot box is. Mainstream media, movies, TV shows, everything, dude. That's how powerful it is, that it invokes someone to, hey, you're not wearing a mask, so I'm gonna throw some coffee on you? Are you kidding me? That gives me the right to punch you in the face. I don't care who you are. That's assault. What if that coffee was scalding hot and it could have blinded your eyeballs? Like, you're not gonna retaliate and do something? You're just gonna sit there and be like, oh, thank you for showering me with your hot coffee. Does that make any sense? Do people even have logical sense anymore? Common sense at that? Oh, hey, this guy's not wearing a mask, so I'm just gonna go and talk shit and then just throw my freaking coffee on him. That's what you get for having a stupid girlfriend, you liberal libtard. Trump 2020. Bitch. California's going red. And you can quote me on that. If I'm wrong, I will come on. I'll make a video and be like, I was wrong. But I don't think that's gonna happen. because a lot of Californians are starting to. We're fed up with all this baloney, dude. I don't like going to work wearing a mask. I mean, I've been awake for the past 3 years, like fully awake. I was like half awake, right? I knew like government was bad and there was some, corruption and stuff like that, but I didn't know the extent that it really was. And now I'm just like, once 3 years ago when I fully just started reading, and then you could just research it. You can look at the emails, the WikiLeaks emails from the Clinton, the Podesta, the way their codes, the code talking. And then you find out all, because I was a huge Hollywood fan. Like, I was a movie buff. That was like my thing. I was like, name a movie. Oh, people would be like, oh, there's this good movie I just watched. Oh, I don't remember the name of it. Da, 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 da. I'm like, tell me who's in it. And they'll be like, oh, it's this person, this actor. And I'll be like, oh, that movie. They'll be like, yeah, that's the name. Like, I would be able to do that. So, for me, it was really hard. And then I'm a huge sports fan. But then now all that stuff that all the players are kneeling, I'm like, wow, is it really that deep? Is it not just Hollywood, entertainment, the music business, but it's also sports? Now you can kind of see why you can kind of really kind of say that sports have just been rigged. Everything we've seen. What I want is what someone should do. I mean, I could try, but I'm not a good deep diver or researcher, right? Whenever these sports teams, regardless of any sport, when they have their little dynasties back to back to back to back to back, who were the owners? Who were the, CEOs or presidents of those teams when they had their little back to back runs, right, of world championships? And I'm not just talking basketball, baseball, football, American football, hockey. How about the Olympics? Are the Olympics impacted? What happened back in, what was it? Years back. Can't remember off the top of my head. But all these girls came forward and said, hey, this Olympic... he was like a doctor for these Olympic girls or gymnastics, and they all just said, yeah, we basically all just got M-word throughout our lives and stuff, throughout our childhoods growing up. Like, we were just, and yeah, this guy's already been put away, but I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I'm sure if you guys just Google it, U.S. gymnastics, I think, what was it, he was like a massage, doctor, what are you massaging, dude? then it's like, even why do girls even have to do that? I mean, it's cool that they do all the flips and stuff like that, but it's like, what's the point of them even doing that? You know, they get on that little one beam and they're like landing on it super hard. I'm sure that hurts. They get sore. I get sore from just lifting heavy objects and stuff like that. But, you know, and then I think what I'm trying to get at is that, think about it, the mainstream media is not covering what is being uncovered about the whole Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein, trafficking, other stuff. Gosh knows what kind of other stuff, right? But you kind of get the idea of what else could be. You know, I can bring up the red shoes. And that's a subject that is for another video. Yeah, so the guy, I guess, who bombed, you know, the Boston bomber, the marathon, he's getting a reduced sentence. What? No. Firing squad. And then you got creepy Bill Gates. You don't have a choice. Normalcy only returns when we largely vaccinate the entire population. What, with your end game virus? Like, if you take it, you're gonna get some type of disease and you're just gonna die. Oh, you know what? I didn't have to do that. Oopsie.
In my lifetime, this will be the greatest economic hit. But you don't have a choice. People act like you have a choice. People don't feel like going to the stadium when they might get infected. You know, it's not the government who's saying, okay, just ignore this disease. And, you know, people are deeply affected by seeing these deaths, by knowing they could be part of the transmission chain. And, you know, old people, their parents, their grandparents could be affected by this. And so you don't get to say, ignore what's going on here. There will be the ability, particularly in rich countries, to open up if things are done well over the next few months. But for the world at large, normalcy only returns when we've largely vaccinated the entire global population. The entire population.
Yeah, I don't know why it wouldn't let me go full screen. I was trying to go full screen, but I don't know. I'm like messing around with like settings and stuff, and I always keep like I said, I'm not an expert, folks. Not an expert. Well, I guess, yeah, that's about an hour's worth of news. If you find it informative, like, and subscribe. Like, if you share it, no one's gonna watch it because they're gonna be like, who the what is this guy? I said nobody. just your average Joe, everybody. Alright, well, thank you for those who watch. You know, at least give a view or just like it. You know, if you view it, like it, don't even watch the video. Just give me a like. Because, you know, it helps me to just get a little... I mean... Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. If you watch it, you watch it. You don't watch it, you don't watch it. Whatever. Have a good one, folks. Where we go one, we go all. Worldwide. Thank you. Bye-bye.